Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the another course concept, another type of course request, that is pre-flight request. In our previous video, we have learned about the simple request. So how the simple course request is performed, we have seen. In which scenario that is performed, we have seen. Now the second type of request is the pre-flight request. So how this one, when this one is performed, when this request is made, let's try to see. So slideshow, let's click on this one. Okay, go here. Pre-flight request is the request that the browser sends the request to the server before making the actual request. That's why it is called as an pre-flight request. So here the pre-flight request is nothing but a request which the browser sends to the server instead of making an actual request. So that means you can say this one is a something like a dummy call, or not a dummy call, checking call, something like that you can say. That's why it is called as a pre-flight request. So that is the meaning of that one. It will be checking certain things from the server, things like whether we are allowed to request information before the actual request is made itself. So it will be checking certain information, certain things. So why it will be making this dummy call or something like checking call means it needs to check that whether the requested information which I am trying to send before sending this one actual request, whether it is having the access or not. In order to check this one, this pre-flight request is made by the browser itself. So what we have so why we have this pre-flight request? So why we need to use this one pre-flight request? So what is the benefit of this one? A pre-flight request does not improve security for today's server that are CORS aware. So for example, some people will be thinking that pre-flight request is made because of the security issue. No, the pre-flight request doesn't improve security for the today's server that which are CORS aware. Why? Because we already know that in 1995 Netscape introduced this same origin policy. What is this meaning of the same origin policy? That cross origin request can't be made. So that means from 1995 the servers which are developed, we cannot make the cross origin request. The servers are not able to aware of this one. So cross origin requests are strictly prohibited. When in 2006 CORS has been introduced, that is nothing but cross origin resource shared policy has been introduced to give the relaxation to the same origin policy. Why? Because that is too restrictive, right? So now there is no way to call a cross origin request. But in today's web environment, so there are some scenarios which we need to make. So because of the reason, CORS has been introduced. Now a pre-flight request doesn't improve the security for today's server. Today's server means which was introduced, which was developed after 2006. That are CORS aware. CORS aware means so after 2006 only the servers are able to know about this CORS origin, cross origin resource sharing principle. That is the reason. This pre-flight request helps server that were developed without an awareness of the CORS. So this pre-flight request, why we are making this one is this helps the server that were developed without an awareness. That means it was the servers which were developed before the 2006. So without an awareness, so they don't have an awareness of this CORS thing. So CORS and all the things, the servers, right? So because of the reason, so in order to make this one, so pre-flight request has been made. Remember this. In 1995, Netscape introduced the same origin policy and this blocked all cross-origin requests. Only in 2006, this CORS came. So there is a short, brief description. So what we have explained you previously. So this concept of this pre-flight helps those servers that have not been updated since 2006. So this concept of the pre-flight helps these servers that have not been updated since 2006. So what I can say, it is just a sanity check between both the client and the server that they are both CORS aware. So it is just a sanity check between the client and server that enable to know that both are CORS aware. So that means both know about this cross origin resource sharing. Modern servers are all CORS aware, but there are old servers that still exist today. So we don't know, right? 2006 before servers still exist today. Some old servers, maybe we don't know. Some of these old servers never assumed that they would receive a cross-domain delete request. So for example, let's say that some old servers will be there, right? They will never expect or they will never think that they would receive a cross-domain delete request. Okay. So cross domain delete request, they never assume. So why? Because they don't know. So these are strictly prohibited, right? So delete request and all those things are also not there at that time. So that is the reason. Therefore, browsers have decided to implement a pre-flight mechanism to allow both sides to opt into CORS to check that whether browse pre-flight mechanism. So in order to know that CORS is there or not in both the ways. Remember those simple CORS requests. Why we do not have a pre-flight request for get, post or head request? So you remember that simple CORS request, right? So that doesn't have a pre-flight request. Why? Because just move a step back, consider the servers of cross-domain requests before CORS was introduced. Before CORS, how could you submit information to the server or retrieve the information? So before CORS means before 2006, how you will send the data to the server or retrieve the information using this get, post and request, right? The common ways is used to use the standard form post, form submitting, or use the src attribute inside of a script tab or an image tag to issue a get request. So this is the common way. So you couldn't make any other request type other than get and post, and you couldn't issue any custom headers on this request. So you cannot create any custom headers and you cannot make any other request other than this get and post request. So that means the old servers before 2006 are also aware of this get and post request, and these all things they are aware. So for example, when you submit an information via form to a server, you cannot modify the custom element, same within the script and image tag. So you will submit directly to that one. So when you submit a form, directly that information will be sent. So there is no need of a pre-flight request for these methods, as they are present since long days, not same long days, since long days. All servers, old one as well, they know about the get and post request. Because of that reason, so there is no need of pre-flight request. The CORS pre-flight allows cross-domain requests to be introduced to the web in a safe manner. So why is this pre-flight request has been introduced in the thing? Means it allows cross-domain requests to be introduced to the web in a safe manner. Get or post requests without any custom headers don't need a pre-flight request. So get or post request without any, here I am stressing you, without any custom headers. So you are not adding any custom headers. So don't need a pre-flight request, since these requests were already possible before CORS. But any request with custom headers, if it is a get request or anything, or put or delete request. So if you don't have a custom headers or put or delete request is there, means we do need a pre-flight request since they are new to the CORS spec. So these are new and the old servers doesn't know about these all things. So this is all about the pre-flight thing. So now why we will be making this pre-flight request? Because the old servers are there which they don't know about this put or delete request. And so because of that reason, in order to know that whether they are CORS aware or not, so we will send a pre-flight request to that one, and we will get in response headers from their axis allow request type methods, allow methods. So I will try to show you those all things also. So then they will be able to, the browser will check that whether the request is available or not. Then it will be able to analyze that this CORS aware, and it will then afterwards it will make a request. So this is about the pre-flight request. Hope you understood about this pre-flight request. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.